Om Shanti. Good morning, Diamond Morning. Baba's Murli today is of the 2nd of April 2022. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, in order to go into the genealogical tree of the mother and father, follow them fully. Become as sweet as they are and study well. Question. To understand which deep and significant secrets do you need? A very good intellect? Answer. First point, that Brahma and Saraswati are not a father and mother, but that Saraswati is the daughter of Brahma, and that she too is a Brahma Kumari. Brahma is your senior mother, but because he is male, Jagadamba has been called the mother. A very good intellect is needed to understand these deep and significant aspects. Second point, the resident of the subtle region, Brahma, cannot be called the father of the people. The father of the people has to exist here. This corporeal one becomes completely pure. He is visible as when this corporeal one becomes completely pure. He is visible as a complete avyakt form. There, just as the movie language and the happy gathering of deities take place, this too is a deep thing that has to be understood. The song of Baba's Murli. Mother, oh mother, you are the bestower of fortune for the world. Om Shanti. You children know that this is a godly university. Who is teaching you? God. There is just the one God, so there should only be one scripture for him. Just as there is only one founder of each religion, so there has to be only one scripture of theirs. Although many small and big books have been written, there is in fact only one scripture. Therefore, this is the University of God the Father. In fact, there isn't a university of a father. A university belongs to the government. This is called the University of the Mother and Father. Which mother and father? It would be said God and Goddess. It is sung, you are the mother and father. However, surely the father would be first. God speaks. God sits here and teaches you. Everywhere else it is human beings who teach human beings. The incorporeal Father sits here and teaches you souls. People cannot understand this unique aspect that easily. No one would say the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, God the Father, is teaching them. Here, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is teaching you. This would not be in anyone's intellect. It is neither in the intellect of those who are studying, nor in the intellects of those who are teaching. Here, you know that God the Father is teaching us. The Father of all, the highest on high Father, is that one. No one else is the Father. He is also the Father of Brahma. It is he who is teaching you. Brahma is not teaching you. The incorporeal Father is teaching you. People know that Brahma and Saraswati are Adam and Eve, but the highest on high is the incorporeal one. The others are incorporeal forms. You children know the incorporeal one comes and teaches you. It is said, the Father gives you knowledge. He says, you have to study this knowledge whilst living at home with your family. In fact, no one studies whilst living at home with their family. Scarcely a few take up a second course. Here you have full faith that incorporeal God is teaching you. This corporeal Mama and Baba are also studying with him. These are very deep matters. Until the Father comes and explains, no one is able to understand anything. Although you call that one Saraswati, Mama, you know that she is the adopted daughter of Brahma. You too are adopted, but you cannot be called Mama. This is a divine family. Mama, Baba, grandfather, who is Shiv Baba, brothers and sisters. You are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. She is Brahma Kumari Saraswati, but she is also called the World Mother Jagadamba because this Brahma is main. Shiv Baba created Mama too through this one. However, according to the law, a mother is required, and this is why this one was made an instrument. These are very deep, entertaining matters. A new person will not be able to understand these things until someone receives the introduction of the Father and the creation. He would hardly be able to understand it. He still wouldn't be able to explain to anyone. To study the Vedas and scriptures, to study and become a doctor of all studies of human beings. To study the Vedas and scriptures, to study to become a doctor, are all studies of human beings. Human beings teach human beings. No one says, I the soul, I'm teaching souls. Here, you are taken away from body consciousness and made soul conscious. Body consciousness is the number one vice. No one is soul conscious. You know that a soul and a body are two things. However, they don't know where souls come from or who their father is. These are new things for the new world. People speak of New Delhi, but that place wouldn't be called Delhi in the new world. That there it is called the land of angels, Parishtan. First of all, there has to be the faith. What faith there has to be? That you are children of God. There is a difference of day and night between deity children and devilish children. Those people are degraded, whereas you are elevated. It is some, O purifier, come. Come and make us elevated. Guru Nanak also said that God washed the dirty clothes. How you become worthy of worship and how you then become worshippers are all secrets to be understood. Only the one Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is ever worthy of worship. He made Lakshmi and Narayan worthy of worship. He also first created the mother and father. He adopted Mama and Baba. He purifies the impure. He comes to make the impure world pure. This is why the image of Brahma has been shown at the top of the tree. He is also doing tapasya down below. He adopts impure ones. The names of Brahma, Saraswati, and the children are changed. You know that Brahma Kumars and Kumaris are studying Raja Yoga in order to become deities. You are godly children, that is, the godly genealogical tree. This genealogical tree emerged from the one seed. It is the genealogical tree of souls, whereas this is the genealogical tree of human beings. The rosary of Rudra is also the genealogical tree of souls. So what is the genealogical tree of human beings? Deities, warriors, merchants, and Shudras. This is the knowledge of the Creator and creation, which only you children listen to. However, Because you imbibe it number-wise, kings, queens, and subjects are all created. Effort should be made to follow Mama and Baba and become very sweet. Mama is very sweet, and this is why everyone remembers her. It is Shiv Baba who makes this Mama, Baba, and you children sweet. This is the genealogical tree of Mama, Baba, and the children who study well. They have to become very sweet. Saraswati has been shown with the veena, and Krishna has been shown with a Murli, a flute. They have just changed the names. Baba says, study well. When students are studying, they have the whole history and geography in their intellects. They are aware of how Muhammad Gunzavi came and looted everything, and how those of Islam waged war on such and such places. Everyone knows the history of those of Islam and the Buddhists who came, but no one knows the unlimited history and geography. Only you children are now studying the knowledge of how the new world becomes old and how the drama begins. How there is the incorporeal world, the subtle region, and the corporeal world, and then how this world cycle turns. We're saying only you children, referring to us, know this. You children are now studying this study. The residence of souls is the incorporeal world. There are Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar in the subtle region. How pure souls become impure and how they then become pure again is explained to you. The Brahma who resides in the subtle region would not be called the father of the people. The father of people exists here. You have visions. When this corporeal Brahma becomes pure, the perfect abject form will be visible there. That is in the subtle region. It is a subtle form of white light. Communication there takes place in movie form. Only you know what the subtle region is and who can go there. You see Mama and Baba there. Deities also go there to have a meeting with you. Because deities cannot set foot in the impure world, they meet you in the subtle region. Those are meetings of those with parents' home. Those are meetings of those of the parents' home and those of the in-laws' home. How else would you Brahmins meet the deities? So, this is the way to meet. To have a vision in front of you is also to recognize with the intellect. This is fixed in the drama. Just as Mira had visions of paradise and danced while sitting at home, so you too had many visions in the beginning. You were shown how the kingdom functions and what customs and systems there are. At that time, there were very few of you. All the others will see all of this at the end. People of the world will continue to fight and quarrel amongst themselves, and you will continue to have visions. There will be very many cries of distress amongst human beings. Some people's wealth will be buried underground, dot, dot, dot. As he often says, some people's wealth will be looted, etc. At this time, it is the rule of people over people. Even then, their positions are so high. However, because no one's intellect is connected in yoga to the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, they don't recognize him. Once a Kumari is introduced to the person she's going to marry, a love is connected. If there is no recognition, there is no love. Amongst you two, there is number-wise love. There has to be love for constant remembrance. However, you forget the beloved. This, Baba, referring to Brahma, says, I too forget him. He too, Brahma Baba too, forgets Shiv Baba. You children receive these teachings after 5,000 years. What teachings do we receive? Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Supreme Soul. Your sins will be burnt away with this remembrance. You now have to become conquerors of sin. Those who first go into the golden age are said to be conquerors of sin. Those who are impure are said to be those who perform sinful actions, whereas those who are pure are said to be those who perform pure actions. The kingdom of those who are conquerors of sinful actions is in the golden age. Then there is the era of those who perform sinful actions. For 2,500 years, it is the era of those who conquered sin, and then those same people become those who perform sinful actions. You are now making effort to go into the kingdom of those who conquered sinful actions. There is a very long story of the king who conquered attachment. There is a long story of the king who conquered attachment. Only you know everything about when the impure kingdom exists and when the pure kingdom exists. Shiv Baba purifies you, and there is his image. Ravan makes you impure, and there is also his image. You know it is now truly the kingdom of Ravan. This is why you have to write on the pity of the world cycle. What you have to write on the pity of the world cycle? Bharat today, Bharat tomorrow. Showing when it is heaven, when it is hell. It has to become that. You know this is the world of death. There continues to be untimely death here. That doesn't take place there like it does here. For this is why it is called the land of immortality. The golden age is called the land of immortality because that doesn't take place there like it takes place here. The kingdom of Rama begins with the golden age. That is, Shiv Baba is called Rama, not Sita's Rama of the Silver Age. So Baba says the kingdom of Ravan begins with the Copper Age. Only you understand all of these things. All human beings are sleeping in the sleep of Kumbhakarna. I explain all the secrets to you, children. I explain that you are the moth-born creation of Brahma. Brahma and Saraswati are included in this. She is the world mother. Saraswati is the world mother. She is remembered in order to increase her praise. However, in fact, it is Brahma who is the senior mother, even though he has the body of a male. These are very deep matters. There is definitely a mother of the world mother. She is the daughter of Brahma. However, where is the mother of Saraswati? Through whom was she created? So this Brahma becomes the senior mother. The sons and daughters are created through him. A very good intellect is needed to understand these things. Kumaris understand very well. Mama is also Kumari. When celibacy is broken, you are unable to imbibe knowledge. The household religion existed in the Golden Age too, but it was pure at that time. Here, it is impure. They have just great praise of Shri Krishna. Baba says they have such great praise of Shri Krishna. And his praises, full of all virtues, 16 celestial degrees, full, dot, dot, dot. Meaning also like being doubly non-violent. Baba says, here, not a single human being can be like that. There, There is no kingdom of Ravan. There they have the knowledge that they will shed their old bodies and take new ones. They remain soul conscious. Here they are body conscious. You are now taught to consider yourselves to be souls. You have to shed your old bodies and return home. You will then receive new bodies in the new home. Do you understand? Acha. Okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana, first point. In order to stay in constant remembrance, connect the love of your heart to the one Father. Never forget your beloved. Second point, in order to go to the kingdom of those who conquered sin, become conquerors of attachment, perform pure actions, never perform sinful actions. Baba's blessing for today. May you finish your burden of sins by doing subtle checking and become equal and perfect. If you see or hear anything untrue or wasteful, do not spread it into the atmosphere or merge it in your heart when you hear it. Not to spread it into the atmosphere or merge it in your heart when you hear it. To spread wasteful things are also small sins. Those small sins finish the experience of the flying stage. Those who listen to such news accumulate sin. Those who listen to such news accumulate sins, and those who relate such news accumulate sins even more. Therefore, check yourself in a subtle way and finish your burden of such sins. Only then will you be able to become perfect and equal to the Father. Slogan for today: merge making excuses and an attitude of disinterest, and an attitude of unlimited disinterest will emerge. Merge making excuses and an attitude of unlimited disinterest will emerge. Om Shanti. Do a very powerful day in Baba's remembrance.